that are in office, and be more aware and understand that, yes, it's hard. It's hard for all of us. You spend so much time trying to survive, working, trying to pay the rent, pay the food, this, put your kids through school. Yes, but you still have to find time to stay aware of what's going on in the community and the society and the country around you, because that's what shapes the quality of your life. Now, when you get into a situation where you're having a peaceful demonstration and the LAPD reacts the way they did, I mean, they sent 8 people, media people, to the hospital. They broke the arm of one woman. Yeah, people were showing them their press passes, and they were beating them down, And it's,
Let's take another call, Babtunde. We have Evangelina on the line.
Evangelina.
Hey, Evangelina.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing fine now that you're on the line.
You know what? I was just looking at Babtunde when I just turned this TV on.
How you doing, Evangelina?
Real good. You know what, Babtunde? What I love about you, man, is that you're sincere.
Thank you.
Guy's not one out there trying to push his weight around and let everybody see that he's there and he's everywhere. He is everywhere because, there's such a spirit of him of love and such a spirit of trying to, still saying the same thing you said years ago about peace and about achieving love with for one another and being one with one another. And you're still doing it, Babtunde. You keep that up, man.
I will.
Because you know what? One day that will take place.
Oh, yeah.
But right now it seems like I'm 74 years old and I'm watching these things still happening, what happened in the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s and all those years. And I'm watching the same thing being repeated over and over again. We just got through with this young kid getting killed out there in the street on State, and then all these people came on and became forums and this and that and the other with a lot of dialogue, which is good. Good, but then we turn around and they're chasing our people down the street in L.A.
Yeah, right.
Babies, little kids in their arms, how can that be?
That's it, yeah.
It's like all that junk that was happening before is still happening right now. And until you and I and your brother next to you there and all of us hold on to each other and say, we have a dream, not dreams,
right?
A dream.
That's right.
That we'll all be one.
Yes,
that's right.
Love it.
That's right.
Thanks, Evangelina.
Thank you, Evangelina.
We love your words. Thank you. Ras, inspire us with some music.
Never met a man or a woman in this world who didn't have to bear some kind of burden. Have you ever met a man or a woman in this world who didn't have to face some kind of problem? One person face money problem, and another one deal with judiciary problem, and the next one face another kind of thing. Another one face family problem. I never met a man or a woman in this world who didn't have to bear some kind of burden. Have you ever met a man or a woman in this world who didn't have to face some kind of problem? I say love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Sisters and brothers, honor your father and mother. Your days will be longer. Love one another. Sisters and brothers, honor your father and mother. Your days will be longer. I find myself in troubled times, I know what's sure. I turn to my good friends who knock on my door. Yes, my true friends. It won't take long for the hypocrites to flee. Then my true friends will be plain to see. Thank Jah that we have good friends, though not as many as it seems. All I will do from now onwards, I move with the lions in the fields of creation. In every nation, love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. Say love one another. Sisters and brothers, honor your father and mother. Your days will be longer. Love one another. Sisters and brothers, honor your father and mother. Your days will be longer.
Ras David. Yeah, I love the theme. I love that. Love one another. Woo!
You know,
Talk.
now I wanted to tell Ras David, I met Haile Selassie in 1977. Wow. I was in Ethiopia, and for the 10th anniversary of the OAU, and it was held in Addis Ababa.
Yeah. That must have been an honor.
Yeah, it was deep.
Maybe you should write a little book about it. Let people know how you felt when you met Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Okay.
We'd like you to give us a call. The number is 564-4153. We know you're out there watching the program. Participate. We're trying to make a difference. You know, we talk about peace. The more you talk about peace, the more it manifests itself, right? Mm-hmm. Because we know how to talk about war. Yeah. But we don't talk about peace as much.
You know what I mean?
So we want you to participate. Don't sit back. You go and you protest, you talk about it, you keep your voice out there, right, Babtunde? Because that's what you do. And sometimes what you do, people criticize you. They think you're just too much at it. But then that phone call said, you know, keep at it.
Right. Oh, yeah. It's like, it's when you walk against the wind. You know what I mean? You get used to it, and after a while, it feels good in your face. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not about just going along with the crowd. Mm-hmm. It's about justice. It's about truth. You know, it's about what allows you to put your head on your pillow at night and sleep peacefully. You know what I mean? Knowing that you didn't let the day go by, and one of your brothers was in need, and you did nothing about it. You know, until we begin to learn our connectedness to one another, then we'll continue to violate one another. The reason we can drop bombs on people and sit around and watch TV and eat dinner like we didn't do anything, like, oh, well, yeah, well, that's Iraq, or that's Iran, or that's Russia, or whatever. It's because we have no connection with one another.
We have a disconnect.
You know? Yeah, and it's like that has to start in the home. It has to start with you and I, you know what I mean?
Talking about the home, like I said, you have a passion for the youth. You're part of the youth center. Tell me about that, because you really went to the city council. You were one of the people that made that come to fruition. Tell me a little about the youth center and how it's working out. I understand it's so crowded, the kids have to take shifts to go there. They need somewhere to go.
Yeah, right. And that's an example of persistence. When we first began to try and get the building on Chapala Street, 1235, it was in 1992. And at that time, a group of youth and myself and Raquel Lopez, who's the director at La Casa de la Raza now, worked with the kids all summer trying to designing the youth council and the youth program. And we asked the city at that time for the building, but it needed to be retrofitted for earthquaking and whatnot. So it didn't happen. And then a number of years went by, and they finally retrofitted it, and then the Liberty Shop moved in there.
Yeah, I remember the
as
Liberty
a thrift
shop,
right? And that lasted for another couple of years, and then finally it became available again, and the city was thinking about making office space out of it for the recreation department. And we said, no. The kids
Do
have been,
something for the
if
kids.
there's one thing that's been consistent with young people here in Santa Barbara, since I've been here working with them, is that they've been calling for a place of their own. Yeah. So we went before the council. The kids were marvelous. You know, they really put together a PowerPoint, presentation and whatnot, and the city council approved it and allowed it to
So they
happen.
sold their idea.
They sold the idea, right?
And you guys are right behind them.
So now we're there, and if you haven't been there, you should check it out.
check
It's
it
a
out. I haven't been
beautiful. I mean, the space. They have a full sound studio where kids can do recording and make, do their DVDs and do their little tape things. They have a video game room. They have pool tables, lounge, big screen TV, a smoothie bar. It's a beautiful setup.
Let's have some more music with Ras David, and when we come back, I'm going to be throwing some one letters at you, one names, and I just want you to respond, okay? Just respond, okay? Ras David, play us some music.
You never know, say Rastaman I chant it. They never know, say I and I dub it. You never know, say Rastaman I chant it. They never know, say I and I dub it. And then I tell them about the Lion of Judah. And then I tell them about the crowning of the emperor. And then I tell them about the order of Melchizedek. And then I tell them about the coming of Messiah. You never know, say Rastaman I chant it. You never know, say I and I dub it. You never know, say Rastaman I chant it. You never hear, say I and I dub it. And from the scripture, this is my inspiration. Jah kingdom is our intention. His power and His glory, the wonders and the miracles, signs and wonders all over. You never know, say Rastaman I chant it. You never know, say I and I dub it. You never know, say Rastaman I chant it. You never know, say I and I dub it. Martin Luther King dreamed of America. He told I and I we have to live together, get together, move together, talk together. Marcus Garvey dreamed of Africa. He told I and I about our beloved emperor, Ras David, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. Him are the one who guide I along the way. Joseph had a coat of many, many colors that he wore around in his area. He told the people many, many stories. Daniel had a vision that he told to Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, don't you know? Was influenced by the dream, don't you know? I tell you again, you never know, say Rastaman I chant it. You never know, say I and I dub it. You never know, say Rastaman I chant it. You never know, say I and I dub it again, again, again and again, again, again and again, again, again and again.
You throw everything.